Hi, welcome back to Live Amazing with Stefan. This is the third video in a series of videos that I'm using to break down and explain creative bodybuilding. The purpose is to get you to a point of living amazing. Now, one of the things that's so important to understand before we get started in this video or any of the videos is the whole point of what I'm offering are the missing links in the information that we've been using for years. Everybody knows positive thinking, eat right, exercise, and you'll be healthy. No, you have no idea what that means. That means nothing. It's so vague and it's so up to interpretation that you can get lost, and so we have. The last 5 years I've incorporated creative bodybuilding, working with the recipes necessary for you to actually understand the pieces that were missing, how to replace them, and how effective they are when you do. I have 50 years experience in exercise and fitness, not in doing it correctly, but the contrary. I've been doing it 45 years of those 50 years, doing it incorrectly and doing everything you're doing, everything you're used to doing, everything you're going to do. I know that it doesn't work and why. And this information is here to give you the direct, most effective way to actually do it correctly. The body only moves one way. So effectively stimulating the muscles for that body and that one way of movement stands to reason. There are an unlimited number of things that you can do with the body. But there's only one way to work with it to maintain it at its optimal level. Playing tennis, running, jogging, hiking, climbing Mount Everest, boxing, competitive motorcycle racing, those are activities that a lot of those you need to be in really good health to do them. But doing them doesn't get you in good health. And it's not the most efficient way to be in optimal health. So this comes back to the science of how to work with the body, stimulate it in a way that it adapts and gives you the health you're looking for. Specifically, resistance training. The reason resistance training is so effective is any activity you do that you get any physical benefit from is because of the resistance against the muscle. People get on stair climbers. Why are you doing that? Because it creates resistance, because you're pushing your body weight uphill. The illusion is that you're getting more stimulation in the legs and it's helping exercise and build muscle in the legs. It is, to a point. It's also cardio, which is good to a point. You need to break down your activities and look at what they are for what they are. Cardio is the most misunderstood thing there is. You go to a gym and there's, $200,000 worth of treadmills and elliptical machines lined up with all kinds of people just sweating and huffing and puffing on there with the idea that if they stay on that thing long enough, they're going to get this beautiful toned body, great legs, and nice abs. How? It's cardiovascular health. Heart, lungs, respiratory system. Yes, get your heart rate up. I can't tell you how important that is and how good that is for you. It's not going to do anything for the physicality of your body. And the amount of fat you think you're burning is a fraction of what you would burn if you work with the body correctly through resistance. Now, resistance is a form of stimulation that goes into the individual muscle groups, tearing them down, giving the body the message they need it to adapt and rebuild. At the same time, because of that resistance, it's pushed on the bone, giving the body the signal we need to build bone density, make our bones stronger. The only way it can do this is to up the metabolism so it's running at a rate of factory workers are on high alert, going through and rebuilding everything. And you know what those factory workers are using for energy? Body fat. So when you go into the gym, you may not even be winded after a 45-minute workout of good, solid, correct resistance training. But you go home and lay on the couch and watch a movie, your body's busy burning fat to rebuild the muscle and increase bone density. Way more stimulating than spending 45 minutes on the treadmill. As soon as your heart rate comes down, that's it. You're not burning anything. Your mind tells you, oh my goodness, I did so well. And this brings us back to my first video when we're talking about mental perspective. If you're training with your ego, as long as you spend 30 minutes to an hour doing something that's a little bit fatiguing, you walk away thinking you're great. People that run, I'm sorry, I'm going to pick on you. I run 5 miles a day. No, you don't. You don't run anywhere. You plop along for 5 miles, and you're used to doing it. The 4 muscles you use to do that get a little bit of stimulus at the expense of your ankles, knees, and back. Thank you very much. And all you're doing is cardio. So you're sacrificing your ankles, knees, and back to do cardio fitness, thinking you're getting in great shape. Scientifically, that's ridiculous. That's like brushing your hair to make your teeth whiter. It's not going to help, okay? resistance training, correct creative resistance training, is the most effective way. Now I keep saying that, but the difference is in how you do it. The egoic way of looking at resistance training is the more weight I do, the better job I'm doing. The more worn out I am when I leave the gym, the better I did. No, that's really not true. That's injury, and you're usually, in my case, I passed right over the muscle I was trying to work. I tried to do so much weight in a particular exercise that the muscle I was trying to hit was watching, going, whoa, what are we doing? The entire body had to get involved to pump that weight up so I could say I did X amount of pounds for so many reps. Creative bodybuilding, creative resistance training is to isolate the muscle under correct frame and form, frame being the position you put your body in, form is the exercise itself, so that you execute that number of reps using the weight to bring you to full failure at 12 to 15 reps, or 8 to 10, 12 reps, whatever the set requires. But you don't incorporate other parts of your body to do extra sets. You let that one muscle group, whatever it might be, go to failure and you're done. You're not winded. In the end of the workout, you're not tired, you're not traumatized. Two things, you have the energy to recover, you loved it, you were far more effective than doing it with your ego and extra weight, and there's zero chance of injury. At 67 years old, I'm getting results that I couldn't get in my 30s and 40s because I was training incorrectly. It didn't matter how much I lifted, all I did is hurt myself consistently and was never stimulating the muscle I was after to begin with, wasting a ton of time and energy doing it. At 67, you can't mess up. There is no gray area. What I'm getting from my workouts, I'm thrilled with. I'm being my form of amazing. I'm not better than you, I'm not better than anybody, I'm not trying to be. I'm trying to be my best me. The reason I'm standing here talking to you is that at 67, it is working, and it's not difficult. I work out 5, sometimes 6 times a week, 45 minutes to an hour a day. My body fat's under control, my ratio is great, I'm increasing my strength, I have no more pain in my knees, back, elbows, shoulders. At 67, and I'm getting better. There might be a little something to this. So, this is a vague description of what's going on with creative bodybuilding and how resistance training works creatively versus competitively. In my book, Creative Bodybuilding, I outline exactly the significance in the two and how to proceed correctly with creative bodybuilding. I highly recommend you take the time to read the book, apply it for a couple of weeks, and you come away with this aha moment. You know, a lot of things take time to feel like it works. So the next video is going to be about hormones, and that is something that does require some trust and faith to really feel the difference. With your fueling, it takes about a week or so of switching over and eating in a balanced way to say, oh, you know what, I do feel better. I'm sleeping better, I have better energy, I don't have cravings, and so you get that aha moment. With creative resistance training specifically, it's 5 reps. It's 1 set of 10. You go from incorrectly, elbows too high, hands too wide. Example, that's as far back as I can go with my bench press if I do it this way. I'm 10 inches away from my chest with the bar, and it's all pressure in my shoulder, my rotor cuff, my front deltoid. However, if I arch my back, bring my shoulder blades together, draw my elbows to a 45-degree angle, I can pull this stretch all the way through my pectoral muscle without any stress on my elbows or shoulders. You do that 1 set of 10. When you've been doing it the other way, it's it. There is no lapse time as to whether you got it or not. Believe me, it's magical. And the way that the results come, how you feel after your workouts, it's just beyond words. And I'm obviously pretty excited about it. So go to my website, liveamazingnow.com, where you can buy both of my books. You can view all the videos I made available for your help and support, and take control of your life. But I got to tell you, when you apply this, you know, I don't expect anybody to trust me on any of these things. First of all, the mental perspective, excuse me, if you don't have the right perspective, you're not watching this video and you don't care. So if you do, and you shift your thinking enough to align with creative thinking, and then take that into the way you fuel your body, and then try creative resistance training and doing it with the way you work with your body, you're going to be on a ride that's so much more enjoyable than just getting in shape. It's a love affair with yourself that's based on love and self-respect that bleeds into the people around you and changes your life forever. So I highly recommend you do that. In the meantime, I suggest we all live amazing. Thank you.